Hi everyone, I'm going through some of the basics of the newly released Tempest trials, and I hope you find the information useful to taking on these trials yourself. So the trials cost 20 stamina regardless of difficulty, but the points you can get from each are vastly different. Each difficulty has a base score. Normal is 10, 20 for hard, and 40 for lunatic. This base score gets multiplied by the number of maps you clear, so if you clear up to map 4 on lunatic, you get 40 multiplied by 4. If you use the bonus ally in any one of your teams, you get an additional bonus multiplier of 1.4 or 1.2 depending on which hero you used. You only get one multiplier regardless of how many bonus heroes you use, so it is highly recommended that you include a hero that gives the 1.4 times multiplier in your very first team. And if you complete the last map of the trial, you get additional multipliers for survival and speed. The multiplier for survival depends on how many teams you use to clear the trial. If you finished it with your first team, you get an A grade and the highest multiplier of 1.2. This is regardless of how many units died within the team itself, so even if you finish with 1 unit remaining on your first team, you still get the highest multiplier. This means that once you get to the final map, you can afford to sacrifice units to help you clear the map in less turns, or if it simply can't be helped. The speed multiplier is based on the number of turns needed to clear the trial rather than the actual amount of time you take. It gives a higher multiplier compared to the survival bonus, with the highest speed tier bonus being 1.5. Mr. Foof left a comment on my last video saying that for Lunatic 7, you need 28 turns or less to get A, 29 to 31 to get B, but if you fail a map with a particular team, the turns for that particular map with that team will not count towards the total. Given the turn-based multiplier weighs a huge factor, I highly recommend taking a dancer or singer along, as well as giving your other units repositioning skills like reposition and drawback. Other things which might help the speed are units with high nuking potential, such as mages with blade tomes, and often these mages are super fast and pair super well with desperation to help keep them alive. Brave weapon users who are able to secure kills quickly, such as Deathblow Reinhardt, Brave Lens Hinoka, Cordelia, and Brave X Cherche. In addition, Cordelia's Gale Force can be very helpful for saving you turns. I have also found Triangle Adept users to be really useful as they are able to bait really aggressively while retaining their health. Some people have also found healers with Rehabilitate and Wings of Mercy very useful as it allows them to play aggressively and get healed afterwards. While those who don't like to use a dedicated healer have sometimes found Renewal and Ardent Sacrifice to be useful in helping keep their units alive. High mobility synergistic teams like Horse and Flyer Emblem are of course very useful as well. The maximum scores you can get from Lunatic 7 battles is 705, Lunatic 5 battles is 504, Hard 5 battles is 252, and Hard 3 battles is 151. So I strongly encourage you to do Lunatic mode as much as your team can handle, as even if you only make it to map 6 in Lunatic mode, you will still get 336 points, which is still more than the maximum points you get from doing hard. The points you get are cumulative, which means that even if you lose a trial, you won't lose all the points that you've gained so far. Colored Cadence on Reddit did some number crunching and found that as long as you use a 40% bonus unit, you can still get a 5-star Marth just doing hard mode. But to get a quick impulse, you will need to do Lunatic mode if you don't plan on using any stamina potions. Also, BioWheel made a very helpful Excel spreadsheet where you can key in your current score to check if you're on track to getting the 5-star Marth or the quick impulse seal by the end of the event. I'll place both links in the description box down below. The first few maps in the Tempest trials are old maps from the Awakening chapters, but the units on it are random. On Lunatic modes, these units have inflated stats and inherited skills, so it's always a good idea to check out their skill sets before battle. On the final map, we will always have Veronica, and next to her will be a ranged infantry unit. There will be a physical cavalry unit in the top corner, an armored unit in the middle, and a mage cavalry unit in the right flank. On Lunatic mode, Veronica has insanely good stats with HP of 66, attack of 57, speed of 32, defense 36, and res of 29. If Veronica is causing you to struggle in the last map, you may have to invest in building a strong Veronica counter. Using a strong red unit is highly recommended. Some units who deal with her naturally without much inheritance are Sanagi, who is a strong red mage with Triangle Adept and high res, Celica, who is a red mage with distant defense, or strong speedy sword units like Ryoma and Lucina, or Triangle Adept units like Roy and Selena. If you don't have particularly strong units, you could always inherit Triangle Adept or Green Tone Breaker onto a red unit and save them for the final map as a dedicated counter to Veronica. For the final map, if you have a unit who is a direct counter and has enough health to take on the Horse Mage, it is a good idea to approach them via this bottom spot. And if you use a melee unit to bait the mage, make sure to break the wall in front of it. You could also attack the armored unit with a mage and use the assistance of a dance or reposition to get them back to safety. And that's all I have for you today. Let me know if you have any tips to share in the comments section as well. And until next time, see ya!
Okay. Yes? Yes? Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do my best. Huh? Okay. Yes? Yes? Okay.
Lead on.
Do my best! Yes? Huh? What can I do? Do my best!